promise the life. My my age 20 struggled in a nonprofit different spaces because I was trying to carve out a little piece of the pie. I didn't necessarily want to take anybody contract. I did push it early. I never just I am a business owner, but I was a business, and what I want ability to breathe down because it was in the darkest and the lowest places of my life. It was when I couldn't stay there because that was a place I like to call stuck. And I was stuck, but I couldn't stay stuck. And so 2016, September, specifically, it just becomes robotic. And so day in and day out, it's like you're on this wheel, you're on this wheel, you're on this wheel, and the wheel just keep turning, but you're not getting off this wheel. You're not getting off this wheel, and this wheel is taking you nowhere. And so you just kind of become robotic and you just day in and day out, and you're doing the same thing day in and day out. You're doing the same thing day in and day out. And next thing you know, you look up and 5 years have passed, 10 years have passed. People are dying around you and you don't even know who you are. And so I want to pause right there because that's exactly things that I didn't know about my business that made me feel inadequate, that made me feel like I wasn't enough, that made me feel like I was incapable. But the truth was everything that I needed to succeed, everything that I needed to become amazing was already on the inside of me. Everything that I needed was already on the inside of me. But I needed to be my own rescue. I needed to show up for me. I needed to show up for me. It was difficult. It was a struggle, but I had to do the work. And so the woman that you see before you today, I'm so proud of. I'm so proud of the woman that you see today. I'm so proud of the woman that I see when I look in the mirror. I'm so proud of what I've been able to accomplish as a result of the inner work that I've done and I continue to do. So the truth is, you could be on top of the world and still be empty, broken, and bankrupt, and your emotion, net worth in terms of the zeros could be in abundance, but you have no relationships. Your people skills are lacking. You are an introvert. You don't even like people. What I want to tell you today, though, is this. You are here waiting on you to show up. There was people that were waiting for me to show up, and I didn't know my own brilliance. I didn't know how amazing I was until I started to do the work. Is that note takers are money makers. What I know to be right. What I know to be true is what is written is real. And it is because of those things that I have now grew into, evolved into what you see. And that is an amazing version of me, a transformational trainer, as a speaker, as an educator, as an author. I own all of those hats. As a daughter, as a sister, as a cousin, I own all of that and I embrace all of that. But again, I had to do the work. So listen, this is what I want you to do. For the purpose of taking set is everything. You have to make sure, you have to make sure that the tongue in your mouth is aligned with the tongue in your shoe. You have to make sure that those two tongues are going in the same direction. Why? Because when you are talking, but your walk is going. So the first thing I want to encourage you to do is be is you are going to do to get what you want in your business, in your health, and your relationships, and your network, and your community, all of those different aspects of who you are. Be crystal clear about that right there is part of the equation. Being crystal clear about who you are and what. So I spent years working on my mind. I spent years in coaching because I can't give out what's not on the inside of me. Because otherwise, what I know to be true is that misery loves company. And so if I struggled. And me and my boys, we slept on air mattresses on the floor in that two-bedroom apartment. And we had to share the room because the other room, I didn't have enough money and resources for storage. So I used the other room for storage. So that was the storage area. That's kind of where all of our stuff was. And so we shared the room and we would go into that room and that's where we would kind of, get our clothes and I would go in that room and get my clothes and get dressed every day. And I didn't have a living room, didn't have furniture for a year. You guys, for a year, all I had was a desk and my laptop, and that was my office. And that was my office. And I took what I had, the little that I had, and I made it work for me. I understood that where I was not going to dictate my future because I had saw a glimpse of my future and my future looked good. I just was unsure about how to get there. I was really unclear about the steps that I needed to take. And I definitely did not have the money at that time. I definitely didn't have the money at that time. I didn't have the resources or the support system and at that time. But what I knew was let me begin to carve out at least where I thought I saw myself. Let me kind of carve it out. And so I began to get pictures and I began to put together imagery of where I saw myself. And I remember cutting out pictures in magazines, billionaire mom, mompreneur, boss, healthy eating, all of these different things. And I want to pause right here and talk about the healthy eating because I was sick for a really long time also. And so I had to get my diet together. I was chunky. I'm not going to say I was overweight, but I definitely was about 30, 40 pounds bigger than I am now. And that weight was a struggle, right? And so there were so many things that was dysfunctional in my life as a result of, or I should say, maybe it was the icing on the cake that was being baked. I'll say it that way, because my life was what it was. And I honestly wasn't dealing with the ish that was going on in my life. I was running away from it. But then life showed up, the cake was baked, and the separation and business and marriage was the icing that literally could have taken me out of here. When I finally did decide to get help, I remember the first therapist couch I sat on, and she said, and this was, I want to say this was probably about 2017, 2018, and she was just like, I can't believe you never sat on anybody's couch before. I can't believe you never got help. How is it that you're like functioning and you're not dependent on anything? Meaning, I didn't need anything to wake me up. I didn't need anything to put me to sleep. I wasn't using any type of substance. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't using drugs, because those are the things that people, no judgment, go to as a coping mechanism, right? But this is what I know. I had faith in God, and I believed that God did not bring me this far to leave me. In spite of my circumstances, in spite of my situation, I said, you know what? God, I believe your word and I believe your promises. And together, we're going to figure this out. I know you already got a master plan. I know you already got a master plan, but I'm not really sure about your plan, so I need help. So I started getting still. And so here are some practical things that I did that is going to really help you as you continue to elevate. As you continue to elevate wherever you are in life, wherever you are in your relationships, wherever you are in business, you can only get better. You can only get better. And so, as you are listening to me on today, I hope that you are able to resonate with something I said, because wherever you are in life, life is going to show up. This is what I know to be for sure and for certain. Wherever you are in life, life is going to show up. Tragedy is going to show up. Adversity is going to show up. Opposition is going to show up. But what you have to remember to do, no matter what, is just breathe. That's what you have to do. So, breathe is an acronym. Breathe is an acronym. And so I want you to write this down as I share it with you. So the first letter, the first word, B, believe. What do you must, what do you must have to believe? You must believe that you are amazing. Point blank, period, unapologetically. And I remember there was a time when I didn't believe that about myself. And I'm saying you have to do the internal work so that you can get to that place where when you wake up in the morning and you look yourself in the mirror, you like, yes, right? And not yes with the arrogance, but yes, like I'm doing it. Not I have arrived, but I'm doing it. I'm doing the work. I'm working on me to be better each and every single day. And I like the person that's looking back at me in the mirror. That takes self work, that takes internal work, right? So I want you to work on your mind every single day. I want you to spend time working on your belief systems. There was a whole lot of things that I had believed about myself that was not true. It was based on things that were said to me over time. There were things that were said to me from different people that I were in relationship with. There were people that I believed in, that I trusted, that had said some things and spoke some things over my life that just wasn't true. And I believed those things. I had to do away with all of those limiting beliefs that was literally holding me hostage. In my head, I was limited by the things that I was believing that were not true. And there may be some things that you have been believing about yourself, about your business, about your relationships, about your health. That's not true. So I want you to commit to being a better you. That's the first thing. I want you to commit to being a better you. Secondly, point number two, it is imperative that every single day you learn how to release negative people, places, and things. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the people that are not going where you're going. I'm talking about the people that don't get you, that don't understand you, that are only concerned about them. I'm talking about the takers in your life. Oh, my life used to be filled with takers. I can remember I was the go to person for so long. I was what you call the GOAT for so many people. But when I needed help, there was no lifeline for me. Those people that I was helping, when I asked for help, they were not there for me. And I had to learn not to take that personally. I had to learn that I just needed a different circle of people. I had to learn that the circles that I had was not feeding me. And so I needed to find me a circle of get it people. People that were givers like me, people who were like minded like me, people who believed in the law of reciprocation like I did. They're out there, but you have to be intentional when looking for them. You have to be intentional about your growth. See, what I know about us, what I know about you, what I know about me is that sometimes it takes a fire to make us move. It takes a fire to get us up. It takes a fire to cause us to make changes in our life. But once we do it, we become unstoppable. And so I want to encourage you today, practice daily, releasing those things, people, and places that don't serve you, that don't feed you, that are unhealthy. Delete them from your space. Delete them from your environment. Delete them from having any ability to take up space in real estate right here. Because this right here is the most important real estate that you will ever have. And when you invest in this, learn how to protect it. Guard your heart. Guard your heart because you're going to need it. You're going to need thick skin as you continue to rise, as you continue to grow, because you're going to grow and you're going to get better. The third point, I want you to embrace the future. I want you to embrace new opportunities, new relationships, life-giving relationships, purpose partners. You may not even know what that is, but I want you to get still and start embracing all that is good that is coming to you because it's coming. When you make a decision to show up for you, all that you want, you will begin to attract. It's coming to you. You just have to get rid of all of the dirty and toxic and all of the bacteria and all of the things that's muddying your water and your spirit and your mind. You just got to get some water, right? You need to get something that's clear so that it can push out all of those things that are muddy and grimy and toxic. You need a whole lot of this each and every day. Literally, you need water, and metaphorically, you need water, right? So, point number four, accept what you can't control. Accept what you can't control. Listen, you can't control death, and you cannot change people. Accept it. The quicker you accept it, the easier everything else will become in your life. You cannot control death and you cannot change people. The best thing that you can do is be a better version of yourself each and every day. So make a commitment to accept what you cannot control and accept people when they show you who they are. Believe them. That's what Dr. Maya Angelou said. When they show you who they are, baby, believe them. Don't try to create a narrative about somebody that's not true. We me, you, have done. I'm guilty of this. I see things, but I want to create a narrative that's not true about what I see. But life has a way of making you pause. Life has a way of making you pause and face some things. And as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, a mompreneur, wherever you are, as a professional, an executive, baby, accept what you cannot control and accept who people show you they are the first time. Believe what you see. Believe what you see. Learn how to trust. It's not going to fail you. Sharpen your discernment. Point 5, I want you to stay in action. Take action and stay in action. Take action and stay in action. Because guess what? When you are moving and you got things going on and you doing what you need to do and you about your business, can't nobody touch you. Because this is what I know to be true. People are going to talk about you even when you're dead and gone and in your grave. But what I know is that when you're moving, it's hard to hit a moving target. It's hard to hit a moving target. So no matter whatever is going on in your business and your life, your situation and your circumstances, stay in action. Keep moving. Keep moving. Make sure that your hand is to the plow and you always are producing. You always are productive. You got to make sure that you stay in action no matter what people say, no matter what people do, no matter how you feel. Listen, become a great steward over your physical temple, this body right here. This is all you got. This body, this is all you got. Make sure that you are a great steward over this body. Make sure you are doing what you need to do to fuel your body. Drink the water, eat the healthy snacks, eat the vegetables, do whatever it is you need to do because you only have one body. And what good is it for you to have all the money in the world and be sick and not be able to enjoy it? That's not sexy or fun. Okay? Trust me. I know. I know. I know. Okay? So be a great steward over your body. Point six. Point six. I want you to take time to heal. Take time to heal. That's very important. Make sure that you take time to heal. Healing means that you forgive yourself. You forgive yourself. You forgive yourself of the decisions that you made. Forgive yourself of some business deals that you did take, didn't take, went left, went right, didn't pan out the way that you thought that it should. Forgive yourself. Listen, you're human. You're going to make mistakes. You're not perfect. And don't strive for perfection, strive for progress. But you have to heal. You have to forgive yourself. And you have to forgive others. Listen, don't take people so seriously because people are going to fail you each and every day. I promise you, especially those that are closest to you. And unfortunately, even the people that you pay, they're going to fail you. It's inevitable. But don't hold grudges. Don't be resentful. Nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time to be walking around on eggshells and holding grudges against people. And no, every day that you wake up and you have breath in your body, take advantage of that. Because somebody woke up today and guess what? They are literally connected to some type of apparatus that is helping them to breathe. Not you. You are breathing independently and you are breathing on schedule. You are breathing on schedule with purpose and you have life and you have life abundantly because you are not dependent on anybody to do anything for you. So don't negate or take for granted what's on the inside of you and your ability to rise above all of the things that are beneath you and underneath you. Take time to heal. Take time to heal. And my last point, elevation. Now, elevation is a journey. It's not a one and done. Elevation is about you getting to a place where you are making a conscious decision to intentionally grow. You are making a conscious decision to go higher, to go further, to grow stronger, to build. Now, this is what I'm learning, and this is what I have learned, because I haven't arrived. I just get to have the opportunity to pour into you on today, right? But I haven't arrived. But what I can tell you is that I'm your sister in this journey called life. I'm your sister in this journey of entrepreneurship. I'm your sister. And I know that the struggle is what it is. That's what I know. I know that the struggle is what it is. But what I've learned to do is breathe. I've learned how to make sure that each and every day I am investing, I am pouring in to me. I am making sure that my mind is right. Each and every day when I wake up in the morning, I am spending time renewing my mind. Now, for me, because I'm a believer, I spend time reading my word. I spend time in meditation. I spend time in prayer. That's how I start my day. And that is what got me from being stuck to equipped. I'm now at the place where I'm equipped. I'm equipped with the tools that I need to succeed in life and to breathe unapologetically. I'm confident because I know who I am and whose I am. And I can go into any arena and into any room and on any platform because I'm confident, because every single day there's a routine that I follow to make sure that my mind is right. Every single day, I'm releasing negative people, places, and things. Every single day. I like to call it for me the delete ministry. Every single day, I am intentionally being aware of negative people, conversations, things. I am so tuned into anything that's not serving me, anything that's not healthy, anything that caused me to be sick, anything that disrupts my energy, anything that distracts or deter me from my goals and my mission. I am so tuned in, but I practice being sharpened. I practice being stronger. I practice being confident, and that starts with how I start my morning. Every single day, I am looking for new opportunities, new business strategies, new relationships, life-giving relationships, life partners, right? Purpose partners. I'm looking. And because I'm looking, I'm actively attracting the things that I want to me. I have accepted. Not I am accepting, I have accepted. I understand that I am only in control over me. I don't try to change anybody. I accept people for who they are because what happens is once you accept people for who they are, you then have the responsibility of choosing how you want to continue to engage with them. The responsibility then becomes on you. No more pointing a finger at them, woulda, shoulda, coulda. No, they showed you who they were, and you made a decision not to believe them. That was on you. Take responsibility for your ish in your part. Now, every single day, I'm writing out my list. I have everything in my phone. I have everything in my calendar. all planned out. Why? Because I'm guarding my time so I can stay in action. And then I'm healing. I'm forgiving myself. I'm forgiving people daily. I say what I need to say. I avoid what I need to avoid. I do the things that I need to do. Why? Because my energy matters, my time matters, and I am worthy of more. I'm worthy of greater. And so I do what I need to do to make sure that I'm not holding anything against anybody. I'm not holding any grudges. I'm not taking anything for granted. And I'm not allowing anybody to consume my space and my time with negativity. I refuse to do that. And then the last thing, I elevate by going higher, by doing more, by becoming stronger. I'm constantly practicing on my craft. I'm constantly practicing on the things that I know that's going to keep me higher, because this is what I know about an eagle. I know that eagles soar, and they soar above the clouds, above the storm, above the rain, above all of that. Eagles, when there's a storm, when there's a tsunami, when there's rain showers and all these different things going on, they're not destroyed by the weather. They've learned how to soar above all of the things that is going on in their environment and around them. And so I would encourage you to do the same thing. That's how you breathe, and that is how you live an amazing life, and that's how you become amazing. My name is Obiama Martin. I have absolutely enjoyed this time with you. You can reach me on all things social media. I am Obiama Martin on Facebook. I am Obiama Martin on Instagram, on Twitter, and you can visit me at my website, amazingyou.com. Listen, for listening to me, I have a gift for you. I have a special gift for you. I would love to send you my digital breathe journal to kind of get you started, kind of get you thinking a little bit differently. And so if that is something that you would like, please send me an email, obiama at obiamamartin.com. That's OBIOMA at OBIOMA Martin.com, Obiama at ObiamaMartin.com to receive your free gift. Again, it has been my honor and my pleasure to have this time to speak into your future. You are amazing, and never forget it. Good day, good day, good day. Hello, Black Iconic family. My name is Obiama Martin, and I get the opportunity, the privilege, and the honor to introduce you to the Amazing You Wealth and Wellness Club. Listen, I don't know about you, but there was a time when I was overwhelmed with life. There was a time when I spent all of my time taking care of everybody else and neglecting me. There was a time when I worked paycheck to paycheck, robbing Peter to pay Paul. There was a time when I was in clubs and I was in networking groups and I was in meetups and I was in this and in that, and nothing was changing in my life. My weight was skyrocketed. My stress was out of control. My blood pressure was elevated. And at the end of the day, if I could be 100% honest with you, I was losing myself. I was so overwhelmed with trying to grow my business, be a mom, in school, working late hours, early mornings, and at the end of the day, not getting the results that I desired. Well, after years of this rat race, going day to day, doing the same thing, I get up, I wash, I cook, I clean, I go to work, I work with people, I pay bills, I come home, I do the same thing, I get in bed, I go get up in the morning, right? This same hustle, this same grind, and at the end of the day, still broke, still empty, still having this void in my life. Listen, the time to change was coming near, and I had to make a decision that I was no longer going to continue to operate the way that I was operating. I had to make a decision that I needed to put me first. So I began to show up for me. I began to do the inner work, I began to do the self work, and I began to focus on my business so that I could get the freedom that I desired. And so my team and I created the Amazing You Wealth and Wellness Club with you in mind. This club will give you the opportunity to get your wealth in check, to get your health in check, to give you back the time that you have lost while increasing your revenue. Now, it is my responsibility to create the opportunity, but it is your responsibility to make the decision. Now, I know that you have had many hats and are currently wearing many hats just like myself. But I also know how important it is to be a part of a community where you are thriving, where you feel supported, where you feel loved, and that it is a safe place for you to make mistakes, fail forward, and get back up because you know your sisters got your back. And so at the end of the day, I am inviting you to be a part of this Amazing You Wealth and Wellness Club. I would like to pour into you, to support you, and at the end of the day, see you win. There were years where I prayed, Lord, please surround me with individuals who are going to hold me accountable to my greatness. So there was nothing that existed at that time, but now the wait is over. The Amazing You Wealth and Wellness Club is here for you. You can go to amazingyou.com and sign up today. That is OMAZINGYOU and sign up today. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to connect with you, support you, and to win with you. You can follow me on all things social media, Obiama Martin on Facebook, and I am Obiama Martin on Instagram. Again, I am looking for an opportunity to invest in you, support you, hold you accountable to being great. And oh, by the way, if nobody else the first, you are absolutely amazing.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Robertson. I am the CEO and founder of Let's Talk About It, Jen. And I am so grateful that I am on this platform today to talk to you about knowing your brand and knowing who you are. Before I get started, I always do a scripture to kind of get a basis of what I'm going to be talking about. So this scripture is going to come from Psalms 139:14. And it says, I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows very, very well. So let me ask you some questions before we get started. What are you passionate about? Do you feel a sense of satisfaction when you do your business? Do you know for a fact what it is that you are supposed to do and what you were made for? Now, if you answer these questions without hesitation or having to think about the question before answering, congratulations, because you don't need my help. But if you answer these questions, or if it made you stop and think about, what you really need to do, have a seat, because we need to talk. All right, so when you think about a business, what's the first thing that you notice? I mean, just really think about it. It's the logo, right? The wording, the colors that were used, the commercial that you saw the logo in, the newspaper, the magazine, however you noticed that logo. That was the first thing that you noticed about that business. It doesn't matter what type of business that you have, everyone sees the logo and remembers the logo no matter where they are around the world. Your logo is the first thing that people are going to notice about your business. So it's your first impression before they actually get to meet you. It draws people in to want to know more about you and your products or services that you provide in your business. Everything so simple. I mean, from simple and elegant to bold and colorful. Your logo is an extension of who you are. It's your stamp, essentially. It will keep you it will keep your business going long after you have left this world. So, I mean, just think about it. Think about Disney, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all of these big name businesses. You recognize their logo, even if their CEO or founder is no longer living. So you have to think about that. So in that process, make sure that you are being creative and you are letting your light shine through your logo. Now, next is social media and website. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, okay, social media, my website, all of that, they go hand in hand. I'm telling you, when it comes to showing people about your business and what you do, who you are, but they're different in their function. So let's break it down. Okay, so with your website, that is essentially your headquarters where everything is broken down. You have your rules and regulations, you have your customer service contact numbers, you have all of your products, you have all of your contact information, you even have the story about you and how your business got started. It's all nice and pretty and people can get to it very easily. But social media is a little bit different. Your social media is an extension of your website. It kind of gives people the version of you that they don't see on your website. And a lot of times that you can't put on your website. So, social media, what I mean by social media, I mean your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, Snapchat, whatever it is that you do or that you use on that platform. That's your social media. And that's how you can connect with people all over the world. People that you wouldn't normally see on a daily basis, you meet them through your social media. So you have to make sure that you're using your social media. The great thing about social media is that not only do you connect with people in your demographic or your local area, you can talk to somebody in Japan, you can talk to somebody in Africa, you can talk to somebody in Italy and actually make a business transaction and they can see you for who you are. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, social media can be kind of fake. Yeah, if you're using it the wrong way, absolutely, it can be. But if you're genuine, people see you being who you are, whether you're spunky and spontaneous and you love talking and doing lives, to just posting a motivational quote every now and then. They're seeing who you are. And people will get a sense of who you are and what you do. Now, when people start to like you and they start, engaging in your comments, liking, sharing, whatever, that means that they trust you. And once they start trusting you, they'll start buying from you and they'll start supporting you. So, social media is a huge thing that you need to make sure that you are staying up with, you're staying current with it, and use it. It's there and it's free. So, lastly, your brand is nothing without you. You are the brains behind the operation. You are the one that created the business. You are the one that is doing everything that you possibly can to let your light shine. Your character, your personality is what draws people to the business that you do. Now, a couple of people that I look up to, Jeff Bezos said, your brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room. Richard Branson said, your brand name is only as good as your reputation. And Oprah Winfrey, listen, she's my idol and who I want to be one day or be like. Let me say that. She says, let excellence be your brand. When you are excellent, you become unforgettable. And that is so true. If your brand is great, if you provide great customer service and people are talking about you all over the place, you're not going to be forgettable. People are going to know who you are and they're going to notice you all over the world. Now, just like the scripture above says, you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God. So everything that he put in you and nobody else. So there's no one in this world that is just like you. He broke the mold when he made you. Believe that. You don't have to be like everyone else. We don't want you to be like everyone else because that's not how he created you to be. Think about the bread aisle. And I love this analogy because it is so simple, but it's so profound. Think about the bread aisle in a grocery store. Okay. There are so many different brands of bread, and they all cater to different people. Everybody has their own flavors. Everybody has their own way of doing things. But yeah, essentially, it's the same product. Now, companies that's on that shelf is not getting sales. I mean, let's just be honest. Everybody buys bread. I mean, me personally, I have a particular type of bread that I like, and you do too. So it's not about the product, it's how you sell it, what makes it different from everyone else. And my thing is, if you let your light shine and you do what everybody else is not doing, people are going to gravitate to that. They want to see what's new, they want to see what's different, they want to see the quality that you bring into your product and your services. So let me tell you this, you will not cater to everyone. You're not supposed to. You're going to cater to your target audience, who are the people that need you the most and who see your quality for what it is, and they love it. They're going to trust you, they're going to support you, and most importantly, they're going to buy from you. So make sure that you pay attention to those particular people. Those are your target audience, okay? So once you've figured out who you are, what you were created to do, and who your target audience is, go after it. Don't just sit on it. Go get it. Go master it. Do your research and just build on what you know to be a fact. Be great in what you do because nobody can do what you do. No one will be able to do what you do but you. All right, guys, so if you like this information and you want to connect with me, you can most definitely do that at www.letstalkaboutitjen.com. And you can reach out to me on Facebook at Let's Talk About It Jen or Jennifer Robertson. You can also reach out to me on Instagram at Let's Talk About It Jen. I'm so thankful and so grateful that you took the time to listen to what I had to say, and I hope and I pray that it helps you in your business and everything that you do. God bless and go get it.